When it comes to Gary Nitro, I don't think I ever had encounters with him, but I think he's a interesting character. He's kind of like a mix between a comedian and a dick. So he's kind of like a comedic douche in a way. Like he has a comedic side to him, but he's also like a prick in a way to people. So that kind of makes him a combination of both. So that's what he seems like, an interesting, funny douche person, but a likable douche person, if that makes sense. Kind of like how Eminem was in his old songs where he was an asshole, but it was in a good way, I guess. So that's what I would say about Gary Nitro, and it is a pretty distinctive name as well. It almost seems like he's as fierce and fiery and all that as a nitro thing on a car.
Oh, it's gonna be a good day today.
Oh ho ho! Yeah, that's right, Gary. You got a game over, and I'm not really quite sure what to do about it. Maybe you should write Nintendo and tell them to quit making stage 1 of Super Mario so tough. They'd probably take that as like a bona fide slap to the face. He's saying, tone down stage 1. But speaking of which, Jackal Goldkick had a few things to say about you, so that's what he thought. He finds you like the lovable rascal, kind of the asshole, but likable in a sense that he knows the right charm to have. And I do think you have the right charm. You get along with Cobalt just fine, don't you?
Oh, we go together like butter and syrup.
Oh, yes. This is relatively funny stuff. I mean, I think if Jackal Goldkick were here and we were all playing Super Mario Brothers and shit like that, I definitely would say we'd probably wind up having a pretty good time. Maybe we could all write Nintendo about stage 1 and stuff. But I think you could probably make him laugh, and I think you probably have made him laugh. It's just the fact that, he lives in Michigan, we live in Missouri. That's kind of the concept about it. But yeah, it's just a bargaining. It's just part of the bargaining chip. How many folks? We just need to toast to some of these. This is a Mountain Dew Voltage, if you can't tell by the simmering blue. But yeah. Blip. That's right, folks. You just tuned in to Frenchy Talent. Come pop a squat right by Acidic Roots and he'll explain to you a story. So it's story time. Let's get one going. Oh, you're with me? Yeah, I'm just smelling a Red Bull. But yeah, so I'm going to bring up a story. I kind of felt like it. It's about this time, happened in the summer of 2015. I was at a pawn shop and I almost saw 2 people get shot. So let's talk about that. So I was just in the pawn shop getting some CDs. I got like Justin Timberlake and Beyonce that day. A couple of ones that I got. I think I got 5 of them. I don't remember them all. But I'm in like the parking lot of getting ready to leave the pawn shop, and then there are these 2 guys in the pawn shop, and I don't know, they were like grumbling or something, and then like the pawn shop owner comes out with a gun, and he's like, I will shoot you if you don't get off the premises right now. And I was in the store, I have no clue necessarily what the reasoning behind why they were about to get shot was. I have no clue, didn't really hear any yelling, but here I am in the parking lot, and these 2 guys, they went back to the dude, they were about to confront him, but he was like, you will get shot if, I mean, it's 7 years ago, so I don't remember the exact context, but he was saying, you will get shot if you don't get off the property right now. And they left. They were like, hey, and then that was it. But to think, the awkwardness of kind of the gesture of the fact that those people almost got shot in a damn pawn shop. I don't know what they said. I have no clue what the context behind that was. It was middle of summer. With me being comedic specialized, you could almost think as to what could have pissed off that pawn shop broker. I mean, you have to look at it. To sit there and shoot them 2 o'clock in the afternoon in broad daylight. He was just like, hey, I will I will cap both of you. The random thing, and like I was saying, those two people were getting ready to go right back to that dude. They were about ready to get into an argument. He was like, I will shoot you if you don't get off the property right now. And then they just left. They weren't like, fuck you, man, or anything. They knew. And I was like probably 20 feet away from them. Just the proximity of that, and that was just kind of the atmosphere about it. But it was just the most random thing how that sort of stuff happened. That two people just off of some argument in a pawn shop almost wound up, not being probably in the best of situations. Just to kind of put it that way, it was the most random thing. Think of any amount of situations, just to cap this off, think of any amount of situations that you could probably say to someone in a pawn shop to the point where they would just, not just one person, but two of them, just say, hey, I don't care about either one of you. Don't ever try to sell me fake diamonds again. Don't ever, try to get like VHS tapes for 20 cents cheaper. I don't want like your watch. Situations, I don't know, but that's something. Literally was 25 feet away from those people, almost witnessing gun violence.